and we'll start lying down. Okay, let's do that. So let's just take 10 breaths in and out through your nose. Start by just dropping right into breath. Support, if you have support, and want support for your head, blanket or cushion, have that. Little elevation under your head. Just drop right in. See how deeply you can really drop in and feel, sense into and feel what there is to feel. The beat of your heart, so we might sense your pulse. Feeling of just the temperature of the room against your skin. And the feeling of breathing, the sensation of breathing. In that still place at the end of exhalation where there might be a bit of a pause, feel what there is to feel there. And sometimes you just see a little more clearly, you can feel a little more closely in between the breaths. Another breath or two here, just a moment or two to settle and arrive. And then from here, go ahead and bring your right foot up to stand on the floor. And then cross that knee over to the left, across the midline, and just keep pressing into the inner edge of your foot until your hips roll a little bit left and you feel this little arch in the low back. And then let that go, drop the right knee wide and slide the foot back down to the foot of the mat. And then same leg, same foot again. Move the hips by moving your right leg to bring your foot up to stand, cross the knee over, press to the inner edge, turn hips to the left. And some sense of stretch sensation in the front of that right hip. Twice more. I'm inhaling as the leg comes up and the foot stands and then the knee crosses, you fill up here. And then exhale to let it go. And then left leg, left foot comes up to stand, press, push, turn, and release. Three more. Good, last one. You just spend the first maybe 10-15 minutes on your back, doing this sort of little sliding, gliding, rolling around on the floor. But in a way, it's very kind of non-impactful on the spine and the joints using gravity. Then let's bring the feet up to stand. Heels behind your hips. And then bring your hands together behind your head and interlace the fingers together there. Take a breath in and push your arms into the floor and arch a little bit into the lumbar spine. Maybe even look back a little bit. And then on the exhale, the elbows come in, pull your head and shoulders up off the floor. Lengthen the lumbar spine, right? Pelvis tilts toward you, tailbone toward you. Inhale and let that go. But return to the elbows pressing into the floor. So this is active, even though we're letting go of this sort of crunch movement. And then on the exhale, we're sitting up with the head, with the arms, pulling the head up, shoulders up, lengthen the back of your neck. Inhale down. Exhale up. With breath, twice more. Let's keep going. Let's take opposite elbow to knee, right? So you'll just keep coming up. Same movement through the head and shoulders and arms. Lift opposite knee to elbow. So get a little turn. And side bend in the spine, side to side. Right elbow, left knee. Left elbow, right knee. Just as slowly as you've been breathing. Inhales fit the release, the exhales fit or fill the lifting up. Let's do 3 more in each direction. Last couple, last one to each side. Good. And then you're down, you can let go of the head, let your arms come down alongside you and take a breath here. And then we'll come in and out of bridge pose with the extended arms, with the arms also reaching up over your head to the floor behind you. And let's start here with an inhalation. So inhale is on your back, and exhale is bridge pose with extended arms. Inhale, come down. Right, and the movement itself feeling like slow motion. Let it fit inside the space of your breath and let your breaths be expansive and spacious and lengthy. You might even hold the pose through the pause at the end of the exhale. Do just 2 more. We'll keep the arms down alongside, and then the next time you breathe out, just push the feet, lift the hips. We're gonna bring your shoulders in, bring the shoulder blades in, tuck the upper arms underneath, hold bridge pose. Feel the push of your feet, feel the lift of your legs. Can you find some work in the legs? Because you're using a whole lot of glutes, right? And there's probably starting to feel a little overburdened. Push your feet and feel your legs firm up. And then push your arms, feel shoulders and upper arms firm into the floor. One more breath. And then come down. The shoulder blades come wide, spine to the floor, hips to the floor, knees to your chest. Take another breath here. So let the lower back open up. Let the back of the hips and glutes open up. Nice, so let's come from here over onto one side and then use arm strength to press up from the floor. Come onto all fours. Breathe through a few rounds of cow pose and cat pose. So just come right up onto all fours. Just continue mobilizing the joints and the shoulders, the hips, the spine, mobilize the joints and the spine. If you feel like moving into side ribs, feel like the side waist, the side ribs need some lengthening from side to side, go there. Bidhalasana, cow pose, cat pose, although I think it just refers to the cat part. One more breath. Finish this breath, take one more. And then let's bring forward the left foot. Okay, so like I've started a knee down lunge, where your hands move over to the right, and bring your left foot out to the side, and then just kind of heel toe, scooch it up so that it's in line with your two hands. And then curl under your right toes and slide the ball of that foot back, and then drop the knee. So you're longer in that back leg, and you feel some extension in the front of your hip. Front of left hip, and then just pull forward a little bit, just drag forward just a little bit, and then push back. Walk the hands back a bit, you might lift the toes, but you could also point and flex. Feel just all the length of the top of this left foot. Stretch out and get long. Come forward, go a few times like that, just shifting and dragging forward, and then pressing back. So raw left hamstring extension, and then in front of right hip, hip flexors extend. Good, and then once you're back at the front, knee a little bit more over ankle, right? Instead of kind of drifting past, gonna get the knee back over the ankle. And then curl the back toes under. You can leave the knee down. You can also curl the toes under and lift the knee, right? So you're in the full lunge with the knee off the floor. And then bring your left hand up onto the knee and use that just to help you push away from the floor and turn. So find a little twist here, right? It can be up off the floor, it can be down on the floor. Maybe that feels like it would help you. Might feel like it could help you open your arms wide. Look where it's comfortable for your neck. Might feel nice to look down and feel the top of that shoulder stretch. You can also take this arm and reach it long over the ear and have another breath or two. And then release. Both hands to the floor, drop the knee if it was lifted, and then work that left foot back. And come off of your two hands, maybe sit back on your heels, rest in your fingertips, your palms. If you feel any just strain from bearing weight in your right wrist, just shake it out, turn it around, turn the hand around the wrist a few times. And then when you're ready, forward with your right foot. Drag forward a little bit so you get a nice extension in the front of the left hip. Left leg back, right foot forward, walk back. Again, just feel this walking back and forth movement. Hips, hip joints just moving and sliding over the heads of your femurs, back and forth. Top of the right foot stretching, and then you might also lift the toes, drop the knee. Another breath or two. So move at your own pace. Linger where it feels good to linger. Nice, okay, then we'll go opposite direction, rotation. If you want to, curl your toes under, lift your back knee, or leave it on the floor. Right hand, right knee. Turn, so just push the left hand, push away from the floor, turn. Shoulders turn, the rib cage rotates, the spine. Reach long through your right arm. One more breath. Everything comes back down, right hand, left knee. Walk your right foot back. Take a breath, take another breath. Good. Back onto all fours. From all fours, turn both toes under, both feet toes turn under, hips back, behind your knees a little bit or as much as you can, so that when you push your hands and feet, you really feel your legs turn on and take you into downward facing dog. Pause here, a couple of breaths here. To come out, just bend your knees, right? So try not to shift your shoulders forward, just bend your knees. All the weight bearing goes back into your legs. You feel a lot stronger in your legs when you come in and out that way. Do that twice more. Just come in to down dog, take a breath, and then bend the knees to come down to the floor. Twice more. Hips back, press the floor. Now we're facing dog. Bend the knees. Once more. Take a breath. Then step your feet underneath your hips. Let your hands slide back. Take a breath. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Flex the shoulder blades toward the spine. Use that part of your back to lift yourself up to stand. And then you're in mountain pose and take a breath. Well, there he is. Just kitty paws. Okay, and then let's stand on one leg. So let's start on the right leg. Let weight shift to your right foot. Let's pick up the left knee and just bring your hand over the knee and then take the knee wide to the side. And then your free arm, your free right hand might be holding onto the wall or a piece of furniture, or if you're in the middle of the room, reach it up into the air. Push through the sole of the right foot. See if you can make a little more length, make a little more space in the hip joint of the right leg. Just keep getting taller. Try not to let weight collapse into the hip. Down through the knee, just keep resisting. 2 more breaths. Good. Both feet on the floor, mountain pose. Shift weight left foot, pick up your right knee. And then just pull the knee. I like to reach around the front of the knee and then take it wide to the side. Reach up your left arm or hold on where you need to hold on. Good. Keep resisting here too. Notice anything sensation wise that feels different here in your left hip or your left leg or your left knee. 2 more breaths. And mountain pose, both feet on the floor. Take a breath. Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, kitty. Come on, sit over here. Come on over here. Oh. At the top of your mat, pick up your right knee, step your right foot back. Right, so slow motion again, right? Just find stability while you're moving. So you're still working balance, right? In the standing leg, and the leg that stays forward. Do a few more. Trying to find just the same points on your mat every time you step back. One more, we'll switch legs. Pick up opposite knee. 5 steps back, just nice and slow. See how slowly you can move and maintain your balance. Whoa, one more. More wobblier. Come wide with your feet. Turn the toes out. Or you can sit your hips down. Just comfortable squat. So as far as you're comfortable sitting, your knees feel okay, your hips feel okay. Doesn't have to be terribly far. You just want to feel again some engagement, support in your hips and your legs. Kitty. You might be leaning a little bit forward. Your shoulders will come forward a tiny bit, but you're trying not to bend. Try to stay a little more upright in the spine, and that will really charge up the feeling in your legs. Come to a squat. Move weight just into left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Two more breaths. All the way back up and turn in your feet and heel toe your feet back together. And then from the top of your mat, take a breath in and take arms over your head. Exhale, fold over your legs. Keep your knees a little bit soft, a little bend in your knees. Half forward fold, hands at your shins. Hold here through the exhale. Press firmly. Take another breath in. Good. And then drop your hands to the floor. Walk your feet back. Find yourself in the high push-up position. You can stay here, or you can drop your knees to the floor. And then just little push-ups. Little push-ups. Bend the elbows. Straighten the elbows. Bend, straight, bend, straight. Go as far as you want to. See how far you can go and still extend back in to the high push-up. If your knees are up, little push-ups. If your knees are down, maybe you can go a little farther. 5 more. Child's pose. 2 more breaths here. Nice. Okay. And then be upright, just in a comfortable seat. Any comfortable seat. Well, let's just stretch the arms a bit. And first, just take your right arm across your collarbone, so above your chest, and use your left arm just to help pull it a little bit more across. And just feel maybe the back of your shoulder, some tricep extension. Just stretch out the back of the arm and the shoulder. One more breath. Left arm across, pull it across. You can make like eagle pose with your arms if you want, and then pull across. Good. Let that go. And let's go cow face pose, little deconstructed cow face pose. We'll do the lower arm part sitting, right? Where from a seated position, come out, you wind the forearm to the back, and then just as far as that hand will migrate toward your spine. If it's your tighter shoulder, it may not come to the spine, and then you just press. Press and feel it should just be a comfortable sensation of tension in the shoulder. Come to the end of exhalation, slide the hand down. Just loosely roll the shoulder once or twice, and then opposite arm. Three more breaths. Yeah, and then loose again, shoulder, just a few rolls through the shoulder. And then we'll come down onto your back again. Bring yourself back down onto your back. I'm gonna just close the door real fast. A little noisy out there. Okay, and then we'll take the upper arm part of the cow face pose, but on your back. Come down and just have your feet on the floor resting, and then take your right arm into the air over your head, lift your head, bend the elbow, bring the palm right up to the upper back, behind the neck, and then take your left hand to the right elbow, and then just lay your head into your arm. I like to push my feet, push into your feet, so push your weight more back and down into that arm, a little deeper, a little more snug, and then rest your hips. And one more breath, and we'll switch arms. So lift your head, swap the left arm, right arm out, left arm, hand to the back, right hand, left elbow, press, push, settle. One more breath, take another breath. Oh, nice, let that go. And then take right thigh over left thigh, cross the right thigh all the way over the left thigh. And then take both knees, drop both knees to the right. And then come back onto the sole of your left foot. And just drop and return and drop and return 3 or 4 more times. Linger if it feels good to linger. You could also just make the same like eagle pose, cross of your arms, but the arms just rest against your head, against your face. Once more, we'll switch all of the crossing. Left thigh over right thigh, left arm over right arm, optional arms, drop both knees to the left. Once more on this side. Then the arms can come unbound, uncross your legs, settle your lower back into the floor, and then maybe just let your legs float upward. Hold on here if you want to hold on. If you have a strap, you can use a strap to hold your legs up in the air, the feet right over the feet with the strap. And then I'm just rocking side to side across the back of my pelvis. Legs in the air. Can you sense the weight of your legs? You might feel it just as the sense of pressure across your lower back. You might sense the weight of your legs as you move a little bit from side to side. And then maybe a little circle, a few circles, each direction. And then bend your knees and let the knees go wide so you could reach in between the two legs, reach through, and then around the backs of your lower legs. So you can hold on to the outer edges of your feet and pull down or push down, as it were, into the backs of your thighs. Happy baby pose. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Side to side. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Unwrap the arms and just pull the soles of your feet toward you, ankles toward you. Good, and let that go when you're ready. Just keep with that as long as you'd like, and then set yourself up for Shavasana. Take 3 or 4 minutes in Shavasana. And support under the head, right? So that the shoulders can be a little closer to the floor. We release any rounding in the upper back. We support the head. Let the neck be a little more free. Shoulders get the floor. And as your legs go long, just stay with sensation in your legs for a moment. Feel what there is to feel. You might notice little kind of pulsations or kind of tingling through the fronts of the hip joints along the surface of your legs. Feel your legs release and let go of all of their effort. Trying here. Body at rest. Can you sense your mind or your brain even at rest? Breath easy. And take another 2 or 3 breaths here. When you're ready, then just bring yourself from the back over onto your side. Pause here for a breath. And then let your arms lift you up. Feel your way back into a comfortable seat. Take a moment here. Pause here for a moment just before you move into the rest of your evening pause. Just honor the still, the quiet space within you, in your heart. Your palms together, their thumbs to your sternum. Always honor your time here. Give yourself some genuine gratitude for making time for your practice. And I'll see you again when I see you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your evening.